So what we're looking for is a place that's temperate, which just means it has 4 seasons. It's heavily forested, so there's wood, other vegetation thick, so there's usable plants. Surroundings is pretty important. So wilderness is just completely mundane, but there's also regions that are
untamed wilds.
Yeah, untamed wilds means more aggressive animals. So there's like an alignment chart where it's like good, neutral, evil on one axis, and then benign, neutral, and savage on another axis. So untamed wilds is going to be neutral, savage, I think. But then there's also like evil regions are really the only one you want to avoid.
Sinister, haunted.
Yeah, haunted is benign evil. Sinister is neutral evil, and terrifying is savage evil. All of them are equally terrible, and you want to avoid them because they have stuff like anything that dies on the map will be immediately reanimated, so you can't butcher animals for food.
Oh,
you'll end up
like zombie land.
No, not just zombies. Like your dwarven butchers will be assaulted, and I shit you not, by the hooves and hair of the cow they just killed.
Oh, this shit's pretty intense.
Yeah. Okay. We're looking also for here.
Why are there 2 maps?
So this is just like zoomed out, and that's zoomed in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like 10,000 feet, 100
Something
feet kind of
like
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're looking for a place that has soil, shallow and deep metals, and flux stone. This flux stone is what you use for making steel, or part of what you need for making steel. And I remember when I was setting it up, it was somewhere over in here.
Does it have anything to do with flux core? Like, it's swimming pipes, that's exactly what you use. A lot of flux.
No, flux stones, I think they're marble, granite, a couple other, maybe granite, I can't remember.
This game now makes me want to learn.
I know. There's just reading the wiki for the game is an entertaining experience.
Have there been any books published on this?
A couple
30
of
years from now, I
a couple years ago, there was a whole like 200 or 300 page physical manual you could buy.
I love it.
It's not going to be up to date anymore. Okay, so this looks good. I got soil, metal, and flux. All right, now I'm gonna.
Oh my god! If this was multiplayer, there would be lives destroyed by this game.
Yeah, it's in the very distant future. There is a possibility of
multi-user server.
How he's thinking it's going to work is you can send a squad of dwarves as an invasion or diplomatic or whatever other group to another player's map.
Oh,
yeah, like on the same.
It would be
world.
like Clash of Clans almost then.
And then
I've never played that one.
I know my little brother plays that nonstop on his.
Okay, so this area looks
he
pretty
sends
good.
a group to go to the other side and then do the business.
Okay. I wish there was like a way to get like a coordinate system so it was easier to read off.
Okay.
Close.
So he has to manually
up one, and yeah, there you go. And then just like over here, just down a couple spaces so you've got the river, those little blue lines in the rectangle. By the way, how recent are these two? Oh, you've got an i7. You're fine. How recent is that MacBook?
Oh, it's several years old.
Okay. So what you should do is you should shrink that a little. So I think Shift H and Shift.
Yeah, like pretty.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So now we're going to embark. So press E. And the first thing we have to do is we have to decide what we're bringing with us and what skills we're going to have.
Oh shit.
Okay, so
These are our dwarves.
yeah, these are the ones. Oh, there's no name for this. Okay. It randomly generates names, and Urist is extremely common. U-R-I-S-T. Okay, so we've got 10 points we can give to each of them. The first one that's going to be very important is you want to have...
Not miner.
So that just means like he has no experience mining.
Oh,
And-
you get more points by assigning that attribute?
Yeah, so basically what you're doing here is, so you're giving dwarfs like starting skills basically, and they can. What this means is that none of these jobs are enabled, and none of them have any skills.
Okay.
So you can always enable a job later, but you can't obviously give him skills. So what we need first, miner levels up very.
Skills are born
Yeah. Mining levels up very quickly, so we only need to give that a single point. In 2 of them, we want to have 2 people who can mine. We also probably want to have.
This is reminding me of RuneScape now.
Yeah. We also want to have someone who is has some kind of military skill and a teaching skill, so he can teach your soldiers later on.
Dancer, go all in.
I shall attack you with the art of dance. Do the Macarena. Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna. I think. So
I'm
it's
just keeping it relevant.
No, it's legit.
so any of these are fine.
Swordsman.
Swords dwarf.
Sword. What?
That's his name. Sword. It's going to be a swords dwarf. Is what his title will be in the game.
Oh.
And then you also want to have. Where is it?
Your eye out.
Should be down in the social skills. But what's really important for your military captain dwarf is that his teacher skill is maxed out, so that you can like instruct others very easily.
Okay.
So, yeah. So swords dwarf, and it probably wouldn't kill him to have a couple armor users.
Like the winning
No.
You just needed a
Sword.
little bit of
Totally.
dance with his ass. You're doing the superhero pose or something.
And then the next one we need is going to be our broker, and that person's job will be like making deals and like for trading with people who come to your fortress. So the important skills for that.
Yeah, it's either you kill him with the taxes or
Well, then they'll send a siege at you, and you really don't want that. So Judge of Intent is the most important one there, followed by, I think, either Negotiator or... I don't want to go with
Flatterer.
any of those. They're persuasion skills, basically. So, in fact,
Does it give
persuade.
you like text bubbles to choose from, like the different things to say in the situation?
No, you don't
Oh.
control. One thing that's important is that you don't control dwarfs directly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, good. That's pretty good for your.
Because that'd
Broker.
be more like Mass Effect.
I've never played.
Yeah, no. I again, it's mostly just watching other people play to be like, wow, this is a new game. Everyone's spending $60 a copy on it. What is this? Oh my.
And then a few in Negotiator and maybe one in Persuader if you want.
Oh,
That's
the
why
name
lately
changes
I've
when
been
you add
playing a lot
points
of,
to
like,
it.
PUBG
Yeah.
and Fortnite, 'cause it's
Oh, wait,
free
someone's
and
name
I
changed?
don't pay it.
No, the
Oh,
names of the
Fortnite
skills
is
change.
Oh,
free,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
And the regular mode, like Battle Royale, like, the only 2 like modes they have free. You can pay for a series of events, I guess. But
Then you
the
want.
great part is, no matter how much money you put into it to upgrade or look cool, it doesn't change the game. Everybody jumps the same height. Everybody does the same thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're also, and then, okay. So another thing, you're also going to want to have someone who can do. No, you don't want to give that here. Actually, it's not.
Sorcerer is
Magic systems haven't been added to the game yet,
shoot.
other than basic necromancy, which isn't really easily
Yeah.
accessible in.
Oh, bummer.
So we can give him a couple carpenter points. I think.
I don't want to interrupt the instruction part, just so I can keep track of my time.
Yeah.
How late do you want to be here today? Okay, yeah, that's fine. I just it helps me put a cap on all the fun.
Yeah. And these aren't necessarily hard and fast. Once you've got the few very basic things you want to have some people who are skilled in. So I've got to carpenter. Let's make this one a stonemason. Actually, also carpenter. And let's see. We want someone who's a woodcutter. So with like the very basic, with like the very basic labors like mining and cutting wood and like farming and production stuff, you don't want to have too much overlap because then like you want something mined, but the miner is still busy cutting down trees or something.
Oh, so you have to spread those out among the team.
It does help, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Side question. If you're recording, is it audio too? 'Cause
Oh.
I should probably-
is it recording?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll keep it censored to the max, like kid friendly. You know?
Yeah,
PewDiePie
I elected to
regulations.
have the mature flag off, so.
Okay, yeah, no demonetization.
I don't know how all that stuff works. I was just like, and I don't live.
Say
I pay
a
attention.
4 or 3-letter word. That's gonna be pretty much it. So, try to avoid those.
I pay attention to video game news, and then I just realized like a year and a half ago, oh hey, everyone's making money on Twitch now.
Yeah, that or you're a Twitch thought. One of the two. I mean, I don't know what you want to call it.
Pretty sure.
You just rubbed the.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, you're demonetized now. Okay, so all right, we've got carpenter.
Okay, let me know when we go live.
All right.
You brought it up, and then literally 2 minutes later.
Okay. So once we've got, you know what I want to do? I want to have. It doesn't hurt. So there are also skills that take a very long time to level up, like in this case, armor smith and metal smith. So we might as well max. Or this doesn't actually max them out. I think this takes them about to like 3/4 of the way maxed out, or half to 3/4. But it's the closer you can get to that, the better. So max out weaponsmith and armor smith. For now, I suppose.
All right.
And then, as long as we're here, let's just make him. And why not also another one that might. Yeah, and from there, the jobs pretty much do what they sound like. So I think I'll just let you guys pick what you want at that point.
Dancer.
Yeah, no.
8 on your squad?
Seven.
Okay.
Actually, that's so. If you scroll down to the bottom of the list,
Okay.
all the way at
Can I
the
use page down?
yeah, you see skills like poet and musician and mathematician. Those are used for so you can build locations. What are called locations in your fortress? And those are taverns, temples, and libraries.
Ooh.
Okay.
So what those do is they attract people to your fortress. So libraries, dwarfs go there to train scholarly skills and write books.
Okay.
Taverns, they attract, it's
Undesirable.
it's exactly what it's exactly what you think it is. But the important thing is that the more of these locations you have, you can attract potentially useful peoples. I think a good tavern will attract mercenaries.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, who did mercenaries go and kill then?
You can hire them. Okay, you don't hire them, but what will happen is they will petition for residence in your fortress, and then they can, after a while, they can be part of your military.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's pretty good.
Yeah.
How do I bump stuff up?
Plus and minus.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, medical skills also are pretty good because those are the kind of skills that take a long time to train.
Yeah, a doctor takes 9
Yeah,
years to get
exactly. And at this stage, you're not going to have. It's kind of problematic because they can only practice by practicing medicine on injured dwarves, and if they get it wrong, your completely unskilled chief medical dwarf might decide that what's necessary is a lung removal.
Or leeches.
Yeah, leeches, bloodletting. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so
As long as you don't get the Salem witch trials, I think you'll be just fine.
Okay, this guy's just going to be awesome at combat skills. Yeah. Okay. And it's striker, kicker, biter, wrestler, archer, fighter, armor user, sure. Shield, ain't going to need it.
You're going to want to specialize to one weapon, though.
Okay.
Just because. So hand-to-hand skills are good. You
Yeah.
don't need to specialize those, but
Okay.
having someone who's all of those you just unlisted, those are all the hand-to-hand ones.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Spears.
Yeah.
Gotta have spears.
All right, so you were.
well, you still
what?
have 5 points you can give them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would not
You were
waste
a
anything on
woodcutter.
glassmaker.
Gee.
Okay, and then you can give some more. I would recommend giving those some
Somebody's a
general
carpenter.
work points, like I think grower. I can't remember.
Hmm.
Okay, actually no, brewer. Brewer is good. Okay, yeah.
You were a woodcutter.
Okay, so is he max on that?
Are you
No,
not
you
able
were
to
the-
add more?
Yeah.
Oh, you're out of points you can add. Hold on. So the other thing we have to do is there's going to be a lot of items you can bring. So these also cost stuff. I'm going to disable. We don't need an anvil right this second, so I'm going to get rid of that. Anything you can build on site, don't bother with. So we can make step ladders, buckets. We don't need these right now, so we can disable those and get some points back. Really only need one quiver for now.
Okay.
Ropes and bags. Cloth, let's take that down to 3. Thread, let's take that down to, let's take these down to 3 and 2.
Yeah, the only benefit of a glassmaker to society
Prepared.
You just did it! Do it right now!
I just had to Google that. That's going to destroy my search history.
Okay. So basically, I'm just taking off a bunch of stuff you don't really need at this point. What you do need is you want to have 2 picks. I need 1 axe right now. Did you enable 2 woodcutters or 1?
I don't think I have any.
Hmm.
Oh, I gave you. We only really need one woodcutter at this stage. So let's take off 1 axe. And so these are all just like foods and seeds you can use to grow food. Plum helmets are just. I think in terms of lore, they're like a mushroom of some kind.
Like the Mario mushroom.
Yeah.
Plump helmets.
Yeah, but those are kind of like the staple crop you'll be using. Yeah, we don't need. Okay. Okay, you can go back
So
to adding
much
stuff
money
now.
with that. All right, so we've got 2 left here.
You need to go into the items and do the same stuff you just did over there.
Okay.
So tab to do that.
Yeah, I guess that skill isn't available or pre-wept or...
You're out of embark points. So you need to go to-
embark points are separate from character points.
Oh no, you spend the same pool of points to both bring items and add skills.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can use tab to go over to the items you're bringing.
Mechanic.
Okay, so...
That might be too soon.
Well, he's got a few... So this was just kind of miscellaneous stuff.
But you're not going to be able to add any more until you...
Furnace operator, wood burner, stonecraft. Is that good early on?
Not really.
Or else we're just doing miscellaneous stuff on...
Oh no, hit tab.
Well, I'd have to have points to do anything with it, right?
No, it's
Okay.
yeah. You'll be able to get more. You'll be able to free up some points here.
Okay.
So go through the list on the left side. Go down 1, which is the same. This navigate it the same way you did before.
Okay.
So press minus on the anvil because you don't need that right now. Press minus on the copper axes. You only need 1 at this stage. Get rid of all of this stuff at the bottom.
Durian?
Yeah, all that wood stuff made of wood. You'll be able to make those
Pie maker.
Ooh,
immediately after.
wait, is that?
You only need 1 of those.
Oh, only 1.
I
Okay.
meant
yeah.
wood. I mean wooden.
You
I
only
don't
need
know.
1 of all of those: the thread, cloth, and bag
I
and
don't know.
rope.
See, that's. It's so difficult. I want to leave all that out the door. But I'm just kidding, if you
Get rid of
represent me
the
in my
cave
country,
fish,
you just read it off
the
a map
prepared
and
water
shut up with
buffalo
your, like,
organs.
I don't know.
It's been an interesting week, hasn't it?
Yeah. Man, we shouldn't have blown them up. It's like what? It's like it's not how you run an army.
And let's see what we've got. Okay, yeah, now you can go back to the other one. Now you'll be able to finish adding your.
In our national
All right.
intelligence agencies.
Power cuts out.
Yeah.
Yes! Agriculturist.
just don't
Some poor lady hit like the power box, but in reality, like, that was perfect timing. National TV.
What happened?
Oh, you missed a good news week.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
Oh, I've been watching the news all week with like steadily growing horror, but
Yeah, Trump was on. He was like, Trump said something to the effect of, "I have the fullest trust in our intelligence agencies."
he's aware that we don't use the same intelligence agency as Russia, right?
Yeah. No, but get this: the power goes out right after he says that, and he goes, "Oh, the power's out. It must have been our intelligence agencies." Like right after.
Kidding.
It said that. It was on like CNN. I think.
It's like saying, I love my girlfriend and getting caught on like shark bait or something. What's that called? That show.
All right.
Maybe we should keep this off of his Twitch feed.
Sorry, I tried to
Politics,
leave the door.
religion. Let's.
We're talking about power failures.
I don't know. What should I give this last guy?
Let's see. What else has he got? Do you want to give him like a miscellaneous skill or something?
Wax maker.
No. Do not waste anything.
Lye maker. What about potash? Potash maker? Huh?
What is
So-
potash?
It's used for
Potassium.
fertilizing fields. Potash, I think. I wouldn't. So things like fish cleaner, glass maker, lye maker, those are skills that are super unimportant. Well, they can become important in specific situations.
Shield user? That might save him.
Are you? No, you don't want your guys with civilian skills to be in your military. Because, yeah.
Pump operator?
That's also one of those skills that trains really quickly if you got him operating a pump.
Beekeeper, man. Final answer.
Actually, yeah.
Would that be helpful in like a volcano? Pumps with lava? I mean,
One sec. Take a few points off Beekeeper and give them up to give the last point to Brewer, because if he can collect honey, then he'll also be able to make mead. Yeah, that might not be a
Where
bad
did
idea.
Brewer go? He was up on the top.
It's right in the middle there. We
Oh.
have it highlighted. I mean, may as well. All right, now we can go over to our items and pick what you're bringing there.
Don't know how to get to that menu.
Tab.
Okay.
Okay. One thing I find useful is to bring some chickens would be good. So you can just scroll down there, select, I think, 2 males.
They're not alphabetized?
Unfortunately, no. So I think,
10?
yeah, I think 3 hens and 2 roosters.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. 3 hens, 1 rooster. We gotta have a donkey. I mean.
So they'll actually, by default, bring, I think, 1 or 2 beasts of burden with them. Just so from like pulling the wagon cart that's supposed to take your dwarfs there, so you don't need to worry about that. A couple of cats wouldn't be bad.
Keep the rats down.
Exactly. That's literally it.
Would okay. 1 cat?
2 or 3.
2 or 3?
Yeah. That'll be fine there. So in this menu, it's only animals. You don't really need at this point. So I think if you press N, you can also get into the N.
There's a legend.
Go over. Now press N. You can bring some other stuff. I would strongly suggest. You don't need to bring a whole lot. I would strongly suggest bringing some.
Trail.
Strongly suggest bringing some leather.
What's that, under garments or
Leather.
Oh, yeah, it's its own category.
Yeah. Does it really matter?
The type doesn't matter a whole lot.
Those bitter winds. Cave fish leather?
Oh yeah, they can make leather out of almost anything. It's great.
This is not a plus, apparently.
Mountain goat leather?
No, that gets it in there.
now you can do plus
so
on it.
The plus doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you press enter and then it adds it to the stuff you can do. Plus on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Holy shit, you've got. Yeah, so you can bring. I think just like 1 or 2 pieces of that's going to be enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I like give you a minor spoiler?
Yeah.
So occasionally a dwarf will enter into what's called a strange mood, and he will collect. it's how that works is he will collect a bunch of somewhat randomly assigned materials and use it to build a legendary artifact.
Oh.
But if he fails, he will go insane and die.
Oh.
It's like an art career.
Yeah.
And
What's
what?
Oh my!
I gotta get it
There are
all
children.
out before we actually.
There are
get-
children listening.
Well, we haven't
supposedly.
started yet, have we? You gotta say go.
Are we rolling? Just
No, we
Oh.
gotta.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so we're getting it all out of
Woo!
our system. And
Woo!
I'm gonna shove a burrito in my mouth. So
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay. Since you've got a lot more points left over than I was expecting,
Okay.
I would say, I guess, just go into N for new, and you may as well bring an anvil.
All right.
Yeah.
Steel.
No, the material type doesn't matter.
Okay.
Enter and then plus.
No, you only need one. Iron and steel are the only actions. Oh, okay, so it's kind of strange. You need an anvil to produce anvils, but if you don't start with an anvil, obviously you can't make anvils, so you have to buy one, so it's not clear where the anvils are coming from, especially when you're playing a game that's at the start of the world's history, like this one. Okay.
You know, there's a problem there.
All right, so... You know what?
Yeah, where would they come? Would they?
Don't worry about it. Okay. I don't know if he changed something or something, but normally I'd be out of points at this point by now.
It's too bad this isn't an MMO, like an online one, so somebody could accuse me of hacking.
Yeah. We can save that comment in the bottom.
Probably
Put a
hacked.
little hole. Yeah.
Let's do...
Rick's a hacker. Is my phone ringing?
Your refrigerator's running.
Metal bars. So, I guess let's just maybe
This game is far more intense than I had ever imagined. Like, I've heard-
and
Once we
you
get
haven't
going,
even
I
started yet.
Yeah.
yeah, like I have friends who play this, and I had no idea that this is what they were playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that this is gonna pay off because otherwise, like, you're gonna die in the first couple of minutes not knowing any of this. So,
Yeah.
it's a good run for your money.
I think I installed this once, and I was just like, I don't get it, and then I never.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah,
Let's
it's a
bring
rough
some-
start.
I'm really glad.
Let's bring a mating pair of alpacas, maybe.
Ooh, yes. Get some milk.
Milk and wool.
Yeah.
Or what is it you say? Is it wool when it comes from an alpaca? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
those are pretty useful. So
well,
let's bring some of
another
those.
thing to find out, I guess. So,
Figure out what to do with the remaining 200. I don't really need weapons at this stage.
Oh.
Have more points to distribute? No.
yeah, I mean, you can call it fleece.
Fleece. There we go.
Technically, it is wool. While similar to sheep's wool, it is warmer. There's no, yeah, that's key. Hypoallergenic. Yeah,
Oh.
intriguing.
That's where the allergy comes from, the lanolin?
Yeah. I actually have a friend that's like they're allergic to lanolin, so is a filler in a lot of like makeup, product, cosmetics. There you go. Thanks. They, and to be honest with you, I also work in the process material, so you really want to get the material, like the mineral kind.
Yeah.
The other ones like come from dead animals.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
Yeah, welcome to makeup.
What else? What else?
Or should it be cosmetics?
Blew a whole bunch of points, giving you some extra food to start with.
Oh, good.
Hmm.
How did I get so many points?
So, when we disabled all that stuff at the beginning, stuff you didn't need to bring with you. I don't know if like the values for those have changed since the last build. So I haven't played. A new build only came out, I think, like 6 weeks or so ago, very recently, and I haven't played this in just a little while. And maybe the point values are changed or something, but you ended up with way more than I'm typically used to.
Huh.
So, good, got that.
When he wins, how does that go down?
You don't win. The game will continue until you lose. Somehow.
Life, you know?
Yeah.
Winning is kind of like a daily thing.
Do you actually have to nurture this in real time and
No,
daily
you
time?
you can pause it and come back.
Okay, good,
Obviously.
good.
I don't. So that would be ridiculous.
Yeah. That would
Some
be.
bags, maybe.
You guys never played Rogue, right?
No, I've wanted to. Like games kind of like that.
I got it on my Roku, and I guess
You can get it on a Roku.
yeah, they have a Roku version.
Nice.
I had a house guest that had no idea. He seemed like a normal guy, and in the '80s, I guess, when he was in college, like Rogue was all he did.
Oh.
He just saw it on like next to Netflix and said Rogue, and he's like, Rogue, what's that?
Mm.
And I was like, holy shit, this guy knows everything about Rogue. Like, he's like, no, don't go in there. Like, yeah, like, he knew he had every level memorized. It was pretty interesting.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give you a bunch of food for the rest of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
can't go wrong with food.
Okay. Oh god, you got 1 point. Shit.
Well, I was filling up on food and stuff. So.
One more of those seeds at the top that I don't know 100% what they do, but
Pigtail seed?
any of
Or-
them.
Ah.
Green light
Or something.
Oh, that was with the 1 point. Okay.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna eat.
Okay, you've got 0. You've got 0. You can also save this. Come back to it later. So I'm just going to save that as profile 1.
Oh, convenient.
And now we can finally start playing.
Yeah, but you
And
can
now
play
we're ready to
again.
go.
You can play again and make different decisions. You're set up.
You have arrived after a journey from the mount. Hold on, I got this, guys. Oh, I can't highlight. Damn. After a journey from the mountains into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost in the glory of all the. There are also no supplies left, but with stout labor, stout, I like stout, comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombed you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve, secure lodgings, I don't know what that
Before.
word is.
It means before.
Okay. The giant dinges get hungry.
Dingoes. Giant dingoes.
Oh, sorry.
Literally giant
Oh,
dingoes.
mine doesn't say giant. Interesting.
It's funny
Oh.
how the builds can.
That means, you know what that means? That I think means that your region has giant dingoes in it.
Oh, great! Maybe that's what all that extra money was for. Dingo protection.
Okay.
A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place. I don't know what that A means. The A with the halo? Probably Swedish. Gildrim. Strike the earth. Alright, let's do this.
Okay.
Oh, you've got different like deities or whatever too.
Whoa, that's a beautiful stream for
Yeah.
ASCII. Wow.
And it would look even better if we could get the Lazy Noob pack running so we could install some nice graphics.
A
But
tile pack.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do this.
I'm a little upset that
Press-
Preston didn't come tonight.
Tab to get the other stuff away.
I want to see what's
So I think you're not saved. You're not paused right now. So press space to pause it. And now K will turn on your cursor so you can just kind of look around at some things.
Oh, this is immersive AF.
Yeah.
This is
Stray hen, wagon.
strawberry plants,
Yeah.
arrow bamboo, silt.
Stray water
Yeah.
buffalo bull.
Holy cow! This must have been fun to program.
And, well, he quit his career as a mathematician to go do it. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that's a dwarf.
The little smiley things are dwarfs. Dwarfs.
This is insane. Every
Downward
single
slope.
tile here has an item on it.
Oh, that's open space. Oh, so this is like in a forest.
No, you're at ground level right now. Okay,
Okay.
so you can go look up and down. You press
It's probably,
Control
like,
5.
lazily instantiated, where when you go over here, it regenerates.
Yeah, so you just like looked down one level, So you're at
There.
ground level. Now you're looking down. Yeah. You haven't revealed all of this down here yet. So you can also press Control 4 to get back. Maybe Control 6. Shift 5.
Okay.
Yeah, you can also look up. So those are just like treetops and everything.
Seeing that was.
Okay, lots of treetops.
Yeah, they go up pretty high. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah,
He's giving it an MRI.
yeah, he's like looking at the different elevation levels. So that's that blue area.
So it's open space at this level.
Yeah, because you're
And then you go down one,
Holy
and that's, we have
Yeah.
dirt
What? This
and
game's nuts.
this stuff.
so
And
So
that's-
not only are they generating an item for each space, they're also saying that there's a cavern or
There's an
There's a
under.
lot, yeah. And so the reason you get open space when you're over like bodies of water, like ponds or rivers, is that it's the water just like a little bit below.
Oh, so murky pool. Okay.
Yeah. So okay, now we have to actually do something. So the first thing we're going to
Willow
want to do
roots.
is get our stuff inside before giant Kias come to steal it.
Okay.
Kia birds, they are thieves. They are horrible.
They're probably worse than the car, I bet. Kia. Oh,
Oh,
that was a
okay.
dad
Oh, that
joke.
was good.
All right,
I got it.
now press Escape to leave this interface. Now press Tab again. That brings a couple more times. You want to, it's generally good to have that menu. So twice more. There. Okay. So you're going to press D for designations, and then you're going to do H for channel. And what channel does is you dig down. So you press Enter. And now, with that area highlighted, go up a couple spaces.
How is it highlighted?
Yeah, see the blinking tile?
Okay.
Yeah, now if you go up a couple, like just one or two spaces, now
Okay.
press Enter again. What it's going to do is it's going to designate that area for the dwarves to dig a ramp down one level. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
if you unpause it, they'll do that.
I press space.
Oh, you have to escape out of the menu.
Oh.
And then pause.
Return the game.
Yeah, Enter, return to game.
Okay.
Yeah. And now they'll do that right away.
Oh.
And now
Oh, I
control,
thought the river wasn't flowing. Okay.
yeah. Now Control 5 to look down one level.
Control 5.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So now you're going to dig a tunnel. So D, and then for designations, then D again for dig. And now you're going to highlight a rectangle, I guess going that way a couple spaces first.
Which way? North, south?
This way. So how it works is your dwarves were facing to the right when they dug it, so the ramp is going down to the right. So, yeah. So if you press Enter, okay, and then like a rectangle, a couple spaces. Yeah. One more space so that it click. Up one, and then left 3 more. Yeah, one more. There you go.
Press enter.
Yep. And now that's a little tunnel. Now I guess dig up and then dig out like a big rectangular area.
So I
up
probably want to go
there.
the other side.
I go D.
1 second.
D to dig again?
Yeah, D for dig.
Okay, I thought I pressed D.
Well, Enter once you've got it highlighted in the designation menu.
Okay, so I
No, that's
now I do D.
Right.
Now Enter again once you've got the green. Yeah, but you've got to. So that area there is wall, so they can't walk through that. You've got to
Oh, okay.
have it like one contiguous brown.
Oh,
highlighted
okay.
area.
Now I see what you're saying about looking right.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So I'm gonna do like right here, maybe,
Sure.
so we know.
and then here.
Well, we need like a big indoor area at first.
So like that.
Really big. So yeah, highlight that area definitely for starters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's not. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now maybe just like a big rectangle going from like here up to here, but make sure it doesn't overlap or touch the water.
Okay. Oh, because the cave will flood.
Well, no, they'll cancel the job when they detect the wet ground.
Oh.
Yeah, and that it just gets annoying to expand. More space, more. Like the first thing we're going to do is move everything we own inside, so we need a lot of space to store it. Yeah.
Should I just pause the?
It is paused.
Oh.
Whenever you're working in the designation menu, it's paused.
Something like that.
May as well clear out more of this.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
like some kind of ore.
Oh no, that's just tree roots.
Okay, so the tree roots aren't the problem. It's,
Yeah.
it's the water nearby.
Water.
This is intense.
And then once a bit later on, once we've dug down into stone and started making our actual living area, we're going to use this as our indoor farming place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good to start. Now just press escape and then unpause, and they will immediately start doing that.
Okay. So they're digging now. Here they go.
Yeah.
So this represents where I want them to dig, and then
Yes.
that's showing where they've actually digged.
So what this is actually showing you is tiles that, stuff like this, tiles that have been what it calls revealed, like when you know what's there.
Oh.
So when it's black like this, that means, obviously 99 times out of 100, it just means there is dirt or stone there. But there could also, further down, be like a cavern that hasn't been revealed yet. Yeah, but we're not nearly down
All
far
right.
enough to see caverns yet.
Oh man, it would be nice to have a tile set.
Yeah. It does make it a lot easier to understand.
Although it's pretty amazing how far they got with ANSI graphics.
Well, I started out programming ANSI graphics, so
What's that?
it's a little bit nostalgic for me. I started out
Oh,
programming
you
games
did?
in ANSI graphics.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, we got paper towels. We just bought some actually. Can I pause this while I get paper towels? Okay.
So they're going to be pretty slow at digging at first, but
Yep.
right now there's not really any urgency, and they will level up very quickly with
Okay.
big areas like this.
Yeah. What was the look around?
Okay.
Ah, the cursor's over here.
Oh, and there's also something I want to show you. Start by pressing press K and highlight
Oh, stray cat.
highlight one of your dwarves and press Enter to get information about them.
Thoughts and preferences, relationship, customize.
Yeah, press Enter for thoughts and preferences, and that's
Okay.
everything about this is Arab. Yeah, no, Enter to see him, and then Enter again
That's
to see
how
his
it
thoughts and
work.
preferences.
Oh, jeez!
There's
So
no Dorn.
that's everything about him.
Wilted
How
bust.
he feels, his health, his what he likes to work with, which deity he worships, kind of like what his interests are.
One of the first of her kind.
For,
Scatterbrain.
Thin
that's
and scrawny. Very.
so like terms like thin and scrawny and scatterbrained.
I just got a new fashion idea.
Very slow to heal and quite clumsy.
Yeah, but basically what that's
Oh,
saying
wow.
is his constitution is kind of
excuse
low,
me?
and clumsy means he's not very agile.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Scorpion,
Go
Gold,
for it.
Brown Jasper, Llamas.
Of course, now you're kind of
Krampus style.
Jewish.
Impossible. So I actually consume mosquito?
What? What?
He likes mosquito.
He prefers to consume this.
Perch, sweet potatoes, and other things,
It's
but
kind of random, but
yeah. Detests moon snails.
so okay, so what's going on?
I know
So-
it's random, but yeah.
Paper.
See how it says like things like she feels satisfied at work. Within the last season, she felt satisfied. Downstairs, she is downstairs, down at the bottom, she is unfettered after practicing a skill. But
Mm.
those are like thoughts and feelings the dwarf has had lately. So dwarves, in addition to their physical health, their I guess mental health is also kind of important. If their stress level becomes too high, they can go insane, and insanity is incurable. So basically, they are lost to you, dead.
Oh, this guy doesn't like bats, and he's the one that's doing the digging.
Yeah. So when it says something like he absolutely detests bats, for instance, what that means is that if he encounters a bat, it will generate an unpleasant thought, and he'll become a bit less happy.
Okay.
Yeah. So you kind of might want to keep him away from bats, although you probably won't ever.
Dreams of raising a family.
Yeah. Okay.
Does
A
not
lot
care
of time
about
digging,
fairness.
But he knows family's what really matters.
I dig it.
I can't imagine what the
Lee,
data
any
model
battle.
is like for keeping track of so much.
It's the fact that the files it generates aren't especially huge. I think like a well-established world is only like a gigabyte or two, so it's incredible how much it's.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
What did I do?
You get it back on menu.
Yeah, you're paused right now.
Okay, so oh,
There
there
you
we go.
Yeah. The river is the only like thing that helps me establish real time. Is there like
Yeah.
another like time thing going on? So like
Other than, you mean like? Oh, there's we don't have to. We obviously don't have to do it now. I think in that that init file I was manipulating earlier, there's a tab somewhere that like you can use to show the in-game like date and year. Although it might be an option in. Let me see. I guess you don't necessarily need it. It will announce when a new season comes at least. So that's I think like 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
Press K to look at it.
Okay. Ah, damn, it's gone. It looked like a mouse.
So yeah, if you see something like tiny appear and then move quickly and then disappear, what that means is it's a vermin. So vermin is the designation for like the class of creatures that are really small, spawn randomly, and
Yeah. Should I be doing something else while he works?
Did you get set another miner when you were doing?
I don't remember.
Okay. Can you press U for me?
Okay. Dig, drink.
Yeah, I
He's
think
out
it's-
drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Z. I think you highlight the one that's drinking the carpenter.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed. You accidentally pressed the thing. Okay.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, go back. Just go back.
How do I do that?
I think it's here. Let me see it.
Huge,
I think you just like moved one or two places off of him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go. All right, now B, labor.
Oh, he's a comedian now?
comedian.
Yeah, it's a dabbling comedian.
He's
He's out
did you-
drinking, he's a comedian. I
Yeah,
like this guy.
is
He
this-
might be alright.
Is this the one we gave the social skills to?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I like
sometimes
that
they
you give him social skills and he goes out drinking.
okay.
That's
All
pretty good. That's a good AI.
So see, this is kind of what Dwarf Therapist is for, so you don't have to do this all manually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the menu and enable mining, and there. Yeah, then he should immediately start working
Oh, so this stream is the stream that I saw.
on the map. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And obviously you can see it's flowing that way. I want to see it.
labor?
Hold on.
dark blue, light, and when it goes underground, it's even darker blue. Oh.
So I think. Okay, so you can't see them right
Good
now.
job? No.
If you have a fisher dwarf, they'll go and catch fish in the pools and river, giving you like a steady supply of. Let's see. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot we can do except kind of watch those guys finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have a good mental model, though.
Yeah,
Okay,
and-
there's the river, right?
and-
That's the river from above.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're viewing it.
And it flows up the screen, right?
This one appears to be going the other way, but that might just be a
It
graphics.
might, yeah, it might be an optical illusion or something. Wait, when you look at the map, it was going. I think like
this way.
yeah, down and right at the a higher level. Okay, so there's enough space cleared out there to start. Okay, so press P, and that'll bring up the stockpile menu.
Okay.
So items that you own are going to be organized into stockpiles.
Okay.
So what you have to place. So press F, and that's going to be enable you to make a food stockpile. So that area that's cleared out over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now press Enter to like lay out a new rectangle for it.
Okay. How big? Like this big? This big?
Fairly large for food.
Like, okay, so I'll start it up here and
Yeah.
fill up this whole thing.
Yeah, and I think I'm fairly certain that if you place it while there's still stuff waiting to be dug out, it'll be the area that's dug out will be like filled in with it. So,
Designated for them.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so I
just
can.
press enter. Yeah, and
So just because they're building in like a spastic kind of way, or the digging. Is
I think there's some like artificial some kind of like AI that controls it.
Is that
okay.
zones?
No, zones are very different.
Okay.
P for stockpiles.
Stockpiles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to want to make a big rectangular food stockpile for starters. Okay. And then a fairly large, like maybe 5 by 8 wood stockpile. Okay, so W for wood. Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And it doesn't have to be like. Oh, I guess it's okay.
And now that you've got a wood stockpile, you can direct your dwarf to start chopping down trees. So if you could do that, go up 1 Z level, so shift 5.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're called, the different elevations are called Z levels.
Oh no! Should I pause it? There's.
No, those are dwarfs bringing your stuff inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were saying though I got to go up a Z level, so
Yeah, shift 5.
shift 5.
Yeah, now D for designations, and then T to cut down trees.
Okay.
And
Nearby.
those little circle things, those are like trunks.
Hmm.
Okay.
What you're looking at. So like a fairly large rectangle just placed on the ground the same way.
I think I can probably put it right here
Yeah.
and here.
Actually go up because you don't want branches falling on your dwarves while they're working.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I mean, like have the rectangle going up that way. Yeah.
So
Okay. See how they got highlighted?
yeah.
Okay. It's yeah. They'll be fine. And then also another designation for that's D again, and then P to gather plants in an area.
Hmm.
So like just a fairly largish area around the starting point. Yeah, sure. And what that'll do is they'll go out in that area and pick plants that could be useful for food. And this is just to give your dwarf something to do because they start to get unhappy if they're idle. Yeah.
At what point do the doors start?
Dwarves that are married will have children about once every 3 years. If they are not, if one or both of them are not on active duty in the military.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, this this reminds me of a lot of the Sim games, Sim Life and Sim Ant. Wow. Okay.
Sim Ant.
Yeah, Sim Ant was just like this. You got tunnel digging and stuff. Yeah, I went hard on
Mm.
Sim Ant. Like '96, I think it came out, or was.
Yeah, I know I've seen some RimWorld that'd be a little bit more approachable with this kind of game.
Yeah, this is huge.
I played Oxygen Not Included, which is more like side view.
So do I do Shift 4 to go down one zip?
Control 5 to go down.
Okay, so it's,
Yeah.
can I do Control 4?
Control 4 I don't think does anything like that.
Okay, so Shift 5 and Control 5. These guys are stockpiling, mining.
Oh, wait. There's a problem.
Vermin?
No, you cleared out your down ramp.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, but you got lucky when you chopped down one of those trees that left a ramp, so you're not screwed. You could have been in a lot of trouble right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. You're fine.
All right.
Careless ramp design can end with your miners stranded somewhere and unable to. It's not a good situation to be in. Okay, now start making some more stockpiles for like
What is it? F?
B.
so that I have something to remember. Okay, he is stockpiles.
Yeah. For like, make one for like these are going to be small ones at this point. A small one for furniture, for cloth. Basically, just like a small, maybe 3x3 for all of the ones you see there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start with not animal though.
You don't need animal, and you don't want refuse, and don't even bother with coins. Refuse, corpses, and coins, those things you don't need to have stockpiles for those of this.
Okay, stone.
Yeah. Actually, no, don't do stone either.
Okay, gem.
You didn't bring gems. You know, it's just going to be furniture, finished goods, and weapons, I think.
Okay, so G. For a second, I thought you said wet bins, like liquid storage. All right, that's not it. Food, we already have. Coins, we don't need. Refuse, we don't need. Wood.
Wood, you've already made one.
Oh, okay. Bar and block.
Not yet.
Leather.
Yeah, you did bring some leather with you. That can just be a small one.
All right.
How do we know if the stockpile is being used? Is that
when you see those little, I think those are division signs. I don't have my reading glasses on.
Yeah, they're divisions.
Those are used for containers, so barrels and bins. So if your dwarves can store something in a container before putting it in a stockpile, they will.
Okay.
Yeah. So normally how it works is one stockpile tile per item.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have many barrels, you will use up a lot of space. So like having containers means you can put more stuff into a smaller space. Okay.
I was just saying time to clean up. That's not saying like it's the end.
Okay.
That's
So
why I have it set up.
now that you've got some stuff happening,
I gotta re-enable time.
were your dwarves chopping down wood?
They were. Let's see. Shift 5.
Yeah, actually, I think my wood stockpile's full.
Oh, yeah, it's because I think your wood stockpile's full. Yeah, those are logs. Okay, now what you can do is you can press B for build, and then W for workshop. And now you're going to want to build a carpenter's workshop. So C.
Oh, that's not a big old place.
What is that?
He's having him build a carpenter's workshop.
So near the wood?
Yeah, actually near the wood is a good idea. So enter, and then this menu will like ask you what material you want to use. It doesn't matter at this stage. You just pick whichever ones you want. The reason you're going to want to generally be careful with that is because that menu will show you every bar, block, and piece of wood you own, and you don't want to like waste your gold bars. You don't want to make magma forges out of bars of coal. I'm dead serious.
Pretty bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat familiar with that from oxygen levels with extra materials. It's mostly thermal properties that matter for that, though.
I've wanted to buy that game. It's like I've never had the spare cash for it. It's like $20, isn't it?
Sounds about right.
What have I done?
I should. Well, I'd have to install it on this computer,
okay.
but yeah.
Can you go to the Ethan?
You went all the way up into the.
Oh,
This is crazy. It's like a 3D model.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there are actually
No.
there are programs you can download that can like generate an isometric 3D.
I saw that today when
Yeah.
I was researching this.
Yeah,
I'd be into that.
yeah. It does make it easier to make a bit more sense of what you're.
Yours were a bit more colorful than mine.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Dwarf.
I saw that when I was looking like, but you're not controlling it from within the isometric.
Holy sh!
Yeah, it gives you stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Oh, this is just exterior renderings.
Yeah, it takes the 3D like an active.
Yeah, this could be very time wasting on my. Yeah, I would play this game a lot if I could get that running.
This game was the inspiration for Minecraft.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh, I didn't know it was a direct inspiration.
Aaron Adams didn't get a dime for that, sadly.
Oh. I just saw that meme today. It was like Bill Gates' picture, and it says, "I love your idea. I'll be taking that."
You're holding shift.
Oh, control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. This.
Oh,
is-
you got some purple trees.
Those I think are.
We're going deeper. Look at that.
And
That's
you're
so
not
cool.
going to be able to see anything.
Yeah, that's
But,
still
yeah.
cool.
I think press K while you're looking at the trees. I want to see what kinds you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I go back into the canopy?
Yeah, back up.
Oh,
Peach
no,
tree?
no, I've got them purple.
Peach,
Okay.
Fruit trees are pretty good. You want to have those.
Peach tree branches.
Pear tree,
Pear tree.
walnut. Oh, these are all useful trees.
Yeah, so if you guys
Cedar.
you can make a step ladder.
Hazel.
Yeah.
Do a little fall apple picking.
Yeah, that's what the step ladder
Lark.
is for.
Wow, this is
Unfortunately,
Willow.
I guess you guys didn't get any high quality wood, but that's not super important.
this is like IKEA particle board.
No, the
What's this?
that red
Walnut.
area.
Red sand.
When you felled a tree there, the area under it, there's nothing. The grass hasn't had time to grow back over it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I keep thinking it's
Okay.
Redstone.
Okay. So.
oh yeah, that's right.
You're paused, so escape out of that. And you might also want to build a carpenter's workshop.
All right.
Because, yeah, B for building, and then W for workshop, and C for carpenter's shop.
So you've done this.
Oh no, you don't have any logs yet.
So I need more people out
Yeah.
chopping wood.
Press U again to bring up the units menu. Or, yeah, when you're out of that. None of your people have jobs. Okay. What am I doing? You've got trees designated. This is a problem you'll have a lot, is lazy dwarfs. Okay, close out of this menu. Let's see what's keeping them busy.
Yeah.
Can you go down one level?
Oh.
You didn't somehow trap your.
Oh no.
No one's trapped down there. You brought an you brought an axe, right?
I'm not sure about the
Hold
axe
on.
part.
Press K. Go up to that little dash there. That's usually the symbol for a weapon.
Which dash?
Where it's like a. Unfortunately, it's the same color as the floor. In this, yeah. That's so you've got an axe. You've got woodcutters with nothing to do. Can I take over for a second? It's dealing with the lazy dwarfs issue. It's always.
Look at your guys. Look at how well they dig. They dig perfectly straight. My guys are just like. digging
Well,
all
they actually
weird.
dug out all your space, though. But they're just getting started in the second passage.
Why are they so fixated on these bubbles? What's his deal? Sometimes you just have to like reissue the command out to them.
This world is so huge.
Oh God, what's going on?
I'm so curious how they
Well, can they not?
this game.
Can they not access? Oh, let's do this. For a second. All right, better do a little bit of surgery right now. Unfortunately, one thing that can sometimes happen is. Wait, no, it's too far. No. Just like from the geometry of how you're digging, especially you can accidentally like have an area ending up closed off like this.
Yeah.
Somehow the the ramps downward have become inaccessible, I think is what's happened.
Have a guy on top.
Well,
digging out.
I'm having them just like dig out some more.
What's up with the flooding?
What about flooding?
It looks like why is the water getting bolder than usual?
Oh, it just means like that boundary around.
Oh, it's just telling them don't dig there.
Yeah, so like this is the actual pond, but this blue area like at the boundary is wet. It's designated. It's saying that that's wet stone, so your dwarves won't dig through that. So if you try to generate a dig job there, it will fail, and they'll say like designation failed, wet stone located. So hopefully that. Oh, of course he can get down there. So why isn't he picking up the axe?
I think I just got a bad batch of dwarves.
It's oh god no! It's they will do stupid things on a very regular basis.
How many dwarves do you get when you've been playing for like a month straight? Like, what's your dwarf count? Thousands?
It become very laggy with 1,000 dwarves. I cap the population at 200. There's a menu change you can do for that. You get like waves of migrants every season between I think like anywhere between 3 and 8. Early on though, the waves of migrants will be really huge, so I think you might get like 10 to 12 per season. So what I'm gonna do is this peasant. See him. Let's enable woodworking, view category, woodcutting. That should hopefully get something moving. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. I had to.
You got him on. Whoa! There was a chair.
I'm okay. Yeah. No, I was just surprised for a moment. I had to recover mentally, just recompose myself.
And all the stones are marked as magma safe, or not.
Magma safe. Magma, I think, it does track temperature, and above a certain temperature, most items or certain given items will be destroyed. Magma safe means it can survive being exposed to magma, obviously. Dragon fire will melt just about anything, though. So now
Designations.
So now that you're getting wood, you're going to want to build a carpenter's workshop so you can make some beds, because your dwarfs are going to start sleeping in the dirt, and they hate that.
Oh.
I'm still trying to make my woodworking shop, right?
Yeah.
I'll do. Okay.
So it's B for build, W for workshops, and C for carpenter.
Oh,
So green is good, right?
bed.
Yeah. And the dark green tiles means that what it's going to build there, I think what it's supposed to represent is that he's building like a little counter or table or something.
Yeah.
So those dark green tiles are where where there's actually going to be something physical.
Mm-hmm.
So can I see it for a second? Yep. You wouldn't want to
No,
build
bed
it.
needs bed.
Can I rotate?
If you had a bunch of like workshops close together, you wouldn't want to have the green things like touching. Like
They need walking. Right?
Yeah, they need walking space basically. So generally, generally you don't want to have the workshop right up against a wall for the same reason. Or at least I find that avoiding that is good. And you want to have it close to the wood. So, and then we're going to pick our materials. Doesn't matter exactly what. And then once that's done, someone with the right skill is going to build it immediately. I said build it immediately.
Build it
So
immediately.
you just say build a bed and they just put it somewhere?
No, you're going to need to once the carpenter's workshop is built.
There we go.
Oh, maybe the
Yeah.
carpenter's workshop isn't built.
All right, now you press Q.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you gotta actually make the beds at the carpenter's workshop first.
Oh,
So,
this is placing beds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So escape out of the build menu. Now press Q for the. I don't know what it stands for, but you press Q, and then you're gonna go over to.
No buildings nearby.
You have to move the cursor over to the workshop.
Where's the... Is that with K?
No, with Q. It's a separate cursor.
Oh, I don't know why it wasn't there before. I tried moving.
Yeah. Yeah. Now when it starts.
Ah, okay.
Now A for add new task, and then construct bed. So B. And just do a few more of those.
Just full all the way through again?
Yeah, A and B. So A for add task, B for bed. I
Okay.
think 5 should be enough.
Oh, because they'll go in shifts?
What?
They'll go in shifts?
Oh yeah, they won't all be sleeping at the same
Okay.
time. Oh, Another thing you're going to want to do is go back. Can you go back to ground level? Yeah. Now press I for zones, and we're going to want to place like a big rectangular zone fairly near to the entrance you dug earlier.
Okay, what kind of zone?
No, up at ground level. We're making a pasture so we can put some of our animals there.
Oh, yeah,
So
those
it's like
chickens are just chilling.
no, we're going to do something else with the chickens. A pasture is what you need for grazing animals.
Okay.
That's probably enough space there.
I also just
Enter.
stood
Yeah.
out
Capital N, or no, the
new
lowercase
activity
n,
zone.
sorry. Now capital N. Now select the alpacas.
I guess a little bit of water.
I think it's plus and minus to navigate menus like this.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to put the alpacas, the water buffalo, and the donkey in there.
Okay, so yeah, alpaca.
Sure, I'll give him a little bit of water.
All right.
Now just escape to get out of that one. So what you missed one of your capital N again? Or shift N? Okay.
All right. Pen
Select the
pasture?
donkey.
Is that
Yeah, no, escape to
capital
close
N?
out that.
Aha. And just I'm seeing everything?
Your alpaca, the two alpacas, the water buffalo, and it's a horse in your case.
So this is the plus minus.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the break.
I gotta celebrate.
Oh, and we've got a water buffalo and a horse.
So wait, so hey,
Hello.
nerd. How's it going?
John, my friend John.
Hi, John.
Hello.
Okay. And the reason you need that is because if they're not in pastures, they won't graze and therefore will starve, and you don't want that.
Ah, okay. So all the grazers need to be in
Yeah.
the pasture.
Something ain't right.
So the cats and
What am I-
chickens should be okay.
I gotta get out of this menu, and I think I'm stuck.
Oh, just escape.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Okay, so there they go.
Yeah, and you can see them like bringing the animals into that area you selected. Or there should be one person who's like who takes the like animal mover job. I don't remember exactly what it's called.
Farmhand. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Now
Don't need some space?
This is what we like the gymnasium. We got like a laser cutter.
Okay, so you're gonna want to do what he did and make some beds.
Got a couple of
Alright, so
3D
B.
printers.
No, Q. Well, escape out of that menu.
Okay.
Now Control 5 to go down one level,
Oh, okay.
and now Q to select the workshop, and then you can use that to make the beds.
They basically did two bricks and two bike chains.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, add new task.
They built
Yep.
it before the Kickstarter was due.
And then
The parts that they bought out of China.
B for bed.
They're working
B
on
for
this
bed?
right here.
B for bed.
This little wire bender.
And now just repeat that a couple times. You want to have, I guess, 5 beds.
How do I know that it's doing anything? Because I pressed B twice.
No, you have to like add the test individually.
Okay.
So a little,
BA.
yeah, basically. So this is cumbersome. So what you can do when you have more dwarves is you can appoint someone to the position of manager, and then you'll be able to like there'll be a single universal menu where you can like order production commands.
Oh.
Yeah. But right now you only have 7 dwarfs. The problem with the manager though is that while he's in that position, he can't do any physical or actually any work because like the management job
Yeah,
does occupy him.
typical manager. Am I right?
Okay, now that's whoever you've got as your carpenter. Once you're unpaused, will come and take care of that. Whatever he's done with whatever else he's doing.
Yeah, I think I actually see the guy in the workshop.
Yeah, so that means he's working. And then when he's done, he'll carry it to the furniture stockpile.
Oh, okay.
Nope, there he goes.
Yeah.
I think.
So, yeah, there he goes.
Oh.
So press B for build and then B for bed. Yeah.
A for add or?
This
No. So this is where you're placing the bed.
Oh, okay.
So into any area you've got open. So once you've got everything more or less stabilized here, yeah, so you can
Missed
just
something there.
put
Okay.
B and B again. What's it doing? Oh, you have. I guess you haven't like finished.
Well, no, I did, but I did something with it. I don't know what.
Here, let me see.
Oh yeah, you never. Here. I'll show you.
Yeah, I'm taking a dump.
Oh. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. So
Oh.
that means that that's where the bed's gonna go.
Oh.
When it's grayed out. Like
So I just didn't see the cursor.
yeah. So someone's gonna carry it over there and then set it up. Kennels is something else. You
Oh,
press K from within the build menu.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What are you guys working on?
I'm
Nothing. It's not what you think.
I'm teaching them how to play Dwarf Fortress.
So it's a different menu to do something with that. View items?
Someone with the job furniture hauling. So all hauling jobs are enabled on all dwarves by default. So basically, what that
So
means.
does remove building put it back in storage, or is it just gone?
Oh, those are just options you've got. You can if you so choose, like end the construction with S and X to remove the tile, but you don't want to do that.
Oh, my screen's
Okay.
been streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I just didn't. Wasn't aware. I don't care.
There were people talking about what the stuff that's going on over there a lot. So.
Oh.
Oh, there are people who were talking about.
No, I mean, you guys were talking about what's going on over there. So I
Oh,
thought
okay.
so it might help us a little bit of context.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, when you've got some, okay, actually go back into the build menu with B and then do the bed again. I think you didn't place it. So move it into your cleared area.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah, sure. These can go anywhere in a little. Once things are like relatively in good shape there, the last thing you need there is a farm. So enter. Yeah, now escape out.
Oh, there's the
So
cursor.
now
Okay.
someone's bringing it over. Yeah. And once more beds are done, you can do that a couple more times. I don't think. Yeah. So the last thing we need before we can move on to the next thing is a farm plot. So that's going to be B. Oh, no, below ground.
Oh,
It's
cool.
gonna be
Thanks.
below. Oh, okay. So B, and then I think it's P. Yeah. So this one's different. You have to like select the size of the rectangle you're going to place by pressing like U, M, and K and H.
What?
Yeah.
U, M, and K, and H at the same time.
No, not at the same time.
Oh,
U, M. So from the cursor, U adds up.
Oh, Oh man, this menu.
Oh, so it gets the depth of width times length times height,
I mean,
right?
it's like, you press U, it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So U increases the height, M
Oh,
reduces
so
it.
you have underground farms?
Yeah. So we're going to want one that's fairly large. This is going to be like for our staple crop.
Okay.
Oh wow! When he can move it block by block too. Oh, and
Yeah.
it even reds out when he can't put it there.
Don't patronize me.
No, he says into the code that runs it because
Yeah.
Dang, that's intense. Hydroponics, I guess. That's,
No, because they're going to be growing. They're going to be using this one to grow plump helmets, which can grow underground.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
nutrients from the soil, no photosynthesis.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a small class of plants that can be grown underground.
Fungus?
Mostly, I think they are fungus. Yeah, it's supposed to be. The thing is, you're not going to want to rely exclusively on those, although it is going to be enough for like for the first few in-game years. So you're going to need to start doing.
Years. How long is an actual year?
I think I would estimate. I've never actually like timed it. A real time an in-game year, I think takes like between an hour and 2 hours.
Okay.
Not a huge amount of time, but
Yeah.
I think when you start initially, you're in, I want to say midsummer.
Okay.
So
Is it late spring, I guess, in the text?
yeah, I think at the end of spring. So
Okay.
soon.
Enough time to gather, that's what it said.
Yeah. So it's waiting for someone with. Oh, did we give someone farming when we started? Maybe not.
So I guess with these kind of games, you're not really trying to attain anything. You're just trying to prevent things.
Prevent death. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really about winning. It's more about
No.
not losing.
But the problem is that because there is no win condition, your fortress will eventually fail and you will lose. That's why they say. That's why the motto of the game is "losing is fun." Because Dwarf Fortress equals fun and Dwarf Fortress equals losing. Therefore, by the transitive property.
I see what they did.
It doesn't end until you die.
Yeah, basically. Oh, those will get him. No, not that one.
How much more have we not
Okay.
learned about this game? Like,
A
what
lot.
other?
There's
what,
a whole
what-
bunch.
Don't even get involved in magic. It's not even a DLC yet.
DLC.
Okay, so what are farms classified under?
B for building, and then
Buildings.
P,
Okay.
yeah, then P for farms.
So we have to build them
Sub
first?
games?
Sub games.
Yeah.
Like
You remember Final Fantasy? Like there was just like the Chocobo sub
Farm
game
plot.
thing where it was like a game, a sim within a sim kind of thing.
I suppose what you could do is build a computer in the game and then use that to run a puzzle or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh no, dude! It's exactly like in Minecraft, how you can build computers.
They have some kind of redstone and
Minecarts.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
minecarts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Levers and minecarts and just a whole disastrous.
I bet there's a ton of YouTube videos.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I appear to have a maximum height I can do right, or width I can do right now.
Press K a few more times. Oh, it's because you're trying to build it up against a wall. Move it with
Oh,
the
it's
arrow keys.
centered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the max size for a farm plot.
Okay.
It's best to have it close to your food stockpile, just so you don't have to walk around as much.
Oh, okay.
You can individually look at each
That's
stockpile.
gonna make things all. What?
I just started poking around and looking at.
Will that be expanded once they're done digging, or not?
I don't think so. So just
Okay.
like put it in the middle.
I mean,
Um,
it's a 15-minute video about how here,
that's
turn
one of
this
the
off so you can
So
hear
they
it.
basically build a CPU using.
Yeah.
Is it a CPU?
Rather than explain that perhaps
Yeah,
in too much
basically.
detail, I thought it might be more fun for other people to learn by doing. So in this tutorial, I'm just going to present you.
This is logic. So if one cart goes one way, it's based off a certain reaction.
Fortress systems work a little bit.
Bunch of nerds.
So right in the middle of the screen.
Yep. Well, I forgot to actually plant them.
What happened?
Don't worry about that too much. We're going to build some.
Somebody was commenting on plump helmets.
I didn't want to see it go.
But there was no option when I did the
Oh,
when I
the
placed
farm's
it.
The farm has to be built first.
Oh,
basically.
okay.
So you can see the guy who's there. That
Yeah.
means he's working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can transfer vertically too with the carts.
Oh, they have like shafts that go.
Yeah.
So now you've got a system like this. You're going to need to look at expanding it a little.
Yeah, you can do layers of logic.
So you can bring power around. So you can power.
I guess they would have to be powered
Power.
individually. Okay, so I paused the game while you were watching.
Okay.
Yeah. So now that your farm plot is done, you can press Q to go select it. Yeah. So what you're looking at this menu is
Set
like
building
what
tasks.
it'll be growing each season.
Okay.
So this one you're going to press like plus and minus to go up and down. To select plump helmets.
Enter.
Yeah. And right now you're looking at summer, so plus so it's A
Ah.
for spring, B for summer, C for autumn, and D for winter.
Okay.
So we're going to do plump helmets like constantly with this one.
So A, B, C, D.
Yeah. So A is gonna. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. You're fine. You just you were pressing A, B, C, and D, so you tabbed over to winter by accident.
Oh.
So just like press Enter now to get the because plump helmets is highlighted. Then A for spring.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then C for autumn.
Oh, I get how that works now.
That's a beautiful cavern.
Yeah. I don't know how to tell you. I didn't know how to like tell you this as like a teacher trying to be impartial with the students, but his is kind of better.
Yeah. I think his guys are a little bit more meticulous. Than
He
mine.
may actually there no joke. There is a chance he may just have ended up with smarter dwarfs.
Oh, they have an intelligence.
They all have like individually generated personalities and characteristics. That's why it would be really nice if we had dwarf therapists, so we could like see that all in detail.
Oh, so Dwarf Therapist takes your world and it's basically a memory.
Yeah, it's like I
It
think
Alright.
slices the memory.
I think how it works
so I
is
have
like
to
reads the
do-
in-game
I have to
memory and, like,
do-
generates like a profile almost.
So
in fact, if you're on Ubuntu, it might actually be in the repository. You can. It won't like hurt if you install it while the game's running.
okay. So we actually have to select that when we're in that season.
I mean, you'd have to install Dwarf Therapist.
Oh,
using, I'm pretty sure you can do it using AP or using apps.
And
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. It's going to be
D.
Dwarf, I think, hyphen Therapist. Maybe Dwarf Therapist, one word. Oh,
I might not have the PPA.
yeah. I know you can't. I think it is a PPA because I know I've done it before. If you don't want to mess with it, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm heading out here in a little bit.
But I would encourage.
Oh, and we've cleared more space, so it's
I
what?
guess I'm heading out.
Build,
Oh, you don't have
bed.
time.
Yeah,
I'm
this
sorry.
this is intense. Yeah. Kind of makes me think differently of the people who have casually mentioned that they play Dwarf Therapist. Like, this is a whole part of their life that they've been hiding. Like,
Oh, it's a great game. I love it so much.
I have never seen a more complicated.
Yeah.
This is. I gotta get one of the isomorphic ones going. I think I'd have better success with it.
Now, isomorphic is from abstract algebra. Isometric.
Isometric. Sorry. Yeah.
No, okay, I'm about to say the nerdiest shit you've ever heard. I really like abstract algebra, so I've got a lot of thoughts about isomorphisms.
I always see that get thrown around in web development now.
It might be a different context there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's. I would strongly encourage looking at the Dwarf Fortress wiki. It's really well maintained. It's really detailed. It's got like. There's a page called Quick Start Guide that'll have a lot of information about what you can do after this point, like going forward to get like a very basic fortress going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how to exit. Am I safe to just quit, or am I gonna
escape and then put out a save? Yeah, and that's save and quit.
Holy cow!
Mm.
Yeah, that is a slow save on an i7 with a solid state drive.
Whoa, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, so we need
I don't
turn
remember.
that one
Well, I
off.
can find out.
Oh yeah.
It's 8, right?
On that note, just like one note about performance. Dwarf Fortress will just run on any relatively recent CPU, but it will not expand. It will. It won't. I don't know how to say it. Like, there is no like single set of like recommendations for what kind of system you should have.
Yeah.
There are some like general principles. I think like what you want to have. The most important one is RAM latency, followed by
Oh jeez, people are measuring their RAM latency to play this game.
because it's like almost entirely floating point calculations.
Oh, yeah, he was a math guy, probably.
Yeah. And then followed by that, it's going to be, I think, quantity of RAM and then single thread CPU performance, because it only runs on one thread at this
Oh,
point.
yeah. 16 gigs, by the way.
Oh, nice. Wow, so you're max pretty much on a laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that...
But that still took a good chunk of time.
Yeah. So I picked a smaller than normal world specifically just to, like, I didn't know how powerful the computers you guys would be bringing were.
Yeah.
So, like, if you had, I think the initial world I picked for you guys was 3x3. If you had made that 4x4 or 5x5, that might actually give even a fairly powerful computer some trouble, especially as you start getting lots of dwarfs, and cats are the worst.
I wonder how many universities have had problems with, like, Dwarf Fortress people, like, using the supercomputer. You know how every college has one.
If someone,
Like, they run to the Bitcoin user, and they run into the...
if someone,
we were doing
managed-
cancer
yeah.
research
Yeah.
on that. Like, sorry, man, I wanted to do an 8x8.
No, there's a-
8x8.
Cryptocurrency I've experimented sometimes with called Gridcoin.
Yeah.
And that generates currency based on, like, research you do for Boink.
Oh.
Which is why I noticed it on your computer.
Yeah, you know, I ran into one of those a while ago,
Yeah.
but I hadn't found the newer one.
Yeah, I'm not, like,
Yes,
terribly
it's
into
weird with
cryptocurrency.
Step it up to
I think...
That.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. I would... That's a really nice tile set. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Dang, photorealistic, too.
Yeah, I would like to play this with a real tile set. That one looks fun.
I tend to prefer the ones that are like really not necessarily like simplistic, but like
True
simple.
to form.
No, just simple. If you ever get Lazy Noob Pack running, it'll give you a couple of like default tile sets. One of them is what's going on there? Oh, those are just like smooth or engraved stone, maybe.
Hmm.
This is pretty cool.
That's it.
Yeah, this could be pretty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Looks legit.
okay. So
Oh, is it?
I
Oh,
think it's Source Forge.
no, it's some other sketchy website with
Yeah.
huge download buttons.
Stone Sense is one of the isometric viewers. That's a pretty common one.
Stone Sense.
Yeah. Also, an application you're really going to want is called Sound Sense. So by default, Dwarf Fortress only has like that one
The intro.
90-second loop of music in game.
Yeah.
Sound Sense is a program that like scans the game log as it's being updated and like picks out different songs it can play.
Oh.
It's got some really good ones. It also has like sounds for events. Like if you get a notice that says like there's no fish left in the swamps, you'll get a dwarf complaining that there's no fish left. It's pretty cool.
How many people are on like the subreddit for this?
Look
at
Right
this.
there, yeah.
Hold on, I want to see how big the Dwarf Fortress .reddit.com.
I know it's pretty active. I go there. Yeah, I just saw.
What is that?
68,000.
68,000. Almost. Well, maybe 68,003. Yeah.
Yeah, it said like 478 online.
This.
Be careful what's on your stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Oh, sorry. I forgot I was being.
Sorry for traumatizing any of the children that are watching.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's watching right last I looked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. But cool, man. That was a
Yeah.
nice little
Yeah.
slice of.
I strongly encourage like looking up more and going like letting it consume all of your life.
Yeah. That was fun. That was probably the most immersive strategy game. I thought it was more like a NetHack.
So there is.
Ah.
I have only touched it like once or twice in the 6 years I've been like playing this game. There is an adventure mode. What it calls an adventure mode, which is like a single character role playing game that's almost exactly like NetHack.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. It's like you can go and like explore the ruins of your old civilizations.
Yeah. It's and in more recent versions, it's actually pretty cool because like you can what's called retire your fortress instead of just like quitting the game and like letting the fortress go to ruin. When you retire the fortress, it like hands it over to the game's AI to run it like a normal civilization, and then you can actually visit your fortress as an adventurer character. And the adventurer character can actually like petition for citizenship inside the fortress.
Oh, then you're almost playing Skyrim, almost.
I've never played.
Kind of where the AI runs the village, and you're more of a
Except
mercenary.
the AI
like,
isn't
trying to
really,
go.
really stupid.
Okay.
No, the AI's improved significantly in the last few years, I think. Yeah.
Cool.
The other, then you can also do that in reverse. Like you can have your fortress do nothing but build like maximum tier equipment for your adventurers to come pick up.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
because you say they're pretty stupid, so
The
AI is stupid in doing it, but if you build the
Yeah.
important equipment,
yeah.
then you could come by and pick it up.
So, just make your dwarves build like whole sets of like gemstone studded masterwork quality steel armor.
Well, and
pretty
then
great.
you're like, hi, how's it going? You know, 1,000
And
quid.
they'll give it to you because I think dwarfs live in like a communist utopia where they don't really have a sense of the concept of private property.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the in-game economy is kind of strange right now. It's like they don't, and from a gameplay perspective, it makes a lot of sense. Dwarves don't really take. So if you generate stuff for the fortress, except in limited situations, dwarves won't try to like take it as personal belongings. Except when it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not your bed, it's our bed.
yeah.
Just kidding. So you can actually like they actually will want you to give them your own bedrooms. And so the things they will actually claim for personal ownership is stuff like clothes and weapons. So, and they'll only claim weapons if you've assigned them those weapons, like in the military. So if they own stuff, they will like bring it back to their bedrooms.
Wow.
Yeah, but
that'd be interesting to see an AI drop an axe off at the end of his bed.
Weapons, it's a little more complicated than that. But if they're off duty and the dwarf is what it calls attached to the axe, it will try to claim it as a regular possession. But generally, there's not really like any economy in between the dwarfs in your fortress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think like it's in an upcoming version or an upcoming release, it's going to be possible for people to come to your fortress and rent a place to stay there, but I don't know how they're going to pay for it because they haven't implemented money yet.
Oh
no, that was just that was in the computer. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's barter if you have like the traveling
It's pretty
people?
much barter system for now. In adventure mode, I think there's money, but I don't play adventure mode, so yeah. I was just explaining to them that the in-game economy of Dwarf Fortress is a communist utopia. So
real easy that way to put it. So.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later.
See ya.
It's been a pleasure, man. That was fun. You know, we kind of switched it up. It wasn't really class. It was just kind of hanging out.
All right.
Yeah. It was a little clumsier than I was wanting because I was hoping like I'd be able to get it set up on the big one, so I'd be able to like show you everything I was doing.
If things go slow with people volunteering for classes, maybe we'll do a different game next time.
Oh yeah.
See, it's like every 5th or 6th class, we just switch it up and do a